Right then, folks, Tuesday morning. And there's plenty going on around Celtic right now. A few bits to dig into some more serious, some just proper interesting. So let's get stuck in. No wasting time, because I know everyone's busy. Let's just crack on with it. Now, first off, we've got to talk about Joda. You've probably seen it already, right? The lad's gone and posted one of his wee emotional reflections on Instagram again. That's kind of his thing, isn't it? A bit of a deep thinker, poetic type. And fair play to him for that. But this time it's a wee bit different. There's something raw in it. Joda, as we all know by now, is going to be sidelined for a good long while. 6 to 9 months, they're saying. It's brutal. A massive blow for him personally, and obviously for us as well. He's never really had to deal with an injury like this before. He's usually that quick electric player full of life. But now he's facing one of the darkest periods any footballer can go through. The long, lonely road of rehab. So he comes out with this post, and mate, it's emotional. He talks about how life's basically blown the whistle on him, like a halftime break in his career. Says he's taking it as a moment to stop, breathe, reset. It's got that kind of Zen vibe to it. Not everyone's cup of tea, sure, but there's a quiet strength in the way he's choosing to face it. He mentions how it's been 10 years since he made his professional debut, and he's looking at this as the end of the first half, and now he's got a chance to rest before attacking the second half even stronger. That's class, honestly, shows. He's not letting it break him. He even drops his line that apparently a mate told him once, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Bit philosophical, but it makes sense. It's about patience, about letting things come naturally. Joda says he's going to retreat, heal, and embrace the growth that stillness and pain bring. And that mate, that hits different. You could look at it as a bit melodramatic, maybe even a bit like something out of a birthday card, sure. But it's his way of dealing with it. And who are we to judge the guy's career just got paused by something totally out of his control? If posting that kind of thing helps him keep his head up and stay motivated and crack on Joda, we're behind you. But from a footballing point of view, the timing of this injury couldn't be worse. Best case scenario, he's maybe back around November if everything goes well. But let's be honest, that's optimistic. We'll be deep into the next European campaign by then, whether it's Champions League or Europa League. The season will be full steam ahead, and suddenly if he's ready to come back, it'll feel like a new signing dropping in out of nowhere. Could be a massive boost, but let's not kid ourselves. This is a long absence, and it's not one the club can ignore. Brendan Rodgers knows that. He's already made it clear that bringing in a winger this summer is a must. Even before Joda's injury, it was on the agenda, but now it's urgent. No two ways about it. Celtic need to strengthen in that area. All the best to Joda, though. Seriously, hope he heals well, keeps that mindset strong, and comes back firing. He's got the talent. He's got the attitude. Now it's just about the weight. And trust me, we'll be counting down the days till he's back on the pitch, dancing past defenders like only he can. Now shifting gears a bit, another wee story popped up that might have gone under the radar, but is worth a look. It's about Ross Doohan. Remember him, former Celtic Academy lad. Never quite broke into the first team, ended up moving on a couple of years back. Since then, he's bounced around a bit, most recently with Aberdeen, and now there's talk that Celtic might be looking to bring him back in. Bit surprising, but once you dig a bit deeper, it starts to make sense. So here's the deal. Now Doohan's contract with Aberdeen is running down. He signed a 2-year deal, and that's just about up, meaning he's available on a free this summer. And apparently we're keen. The question is why? Because when you look at the squad especially, the goalkeepers, we're not exactly sure their numbers. Kasper Schmeichel looks set to be our number one next season. Big name bags of experience. No concerns there. Then you've got Benjamin Siegrist, who's probably not sticking around much longer, and Vasilis Barkas, who's already moved on. But the one that really matters is Toby Oluwayemi and, of course, Scott Bain. Now, Bain, this is where it gets interesting, could be on his way out. He's got a year left on his deal, but at 33, he's probably thinking about playing time. Can't blame him either. He's been a solid backup, but you can understand if he wants to get regular football again before he hangs up the gloves. And here's the twist, Bain's departure wouldn't just open a spot in the squad. It'd mess with our European registration rules. UEFA squads, right? They're a wee bit of a minefield. You got your A-list, your blist, a whole pile of rules around homegrown players. Basically, you're allowed to register 25 players for the A-list, but 8 of them have to be homegrown. 4 of those have to be club trained, meaning they came through the Celtic Academy, and the other 4 just have to be from another Scottish club. Simple enough on paper, but tricky in practice. Last time out when we played Bayern, Munich, we only named 23 players, not because we didn't want to fill the squad, but because we couldn't. We only had 6 homegrown players available, and if you're short on that quota, UEFA just takes away spots from your total list. So we were too short and bang, 23 players instead of 25. It's a real issue, especially over a long group stage. So bringing someone like Ross Doohan back, that actually helps. He ticks the homegrown box, even if he's not starting, even if he barely plays, he counts. And that matters. You need depth for Europe, and more importantly, you need the right kind of depth. It's about balancing the squad with players who are eligible, not just talented. And let's not pretend Doohan's gonna come in and shake things up. He's likely to be third choice, maybe even lower, depending on how things go with the other keepers. But in terms of squad building, it's smart. It's practical. It's the kind of behind-the-scenes move that makes a difference in the long run, even if fans don't see it as exciting. Now sticking with Aberdeen for a second. Another story worth mentioning. They've completely sold out their Scottish Cup final allocation. Over 20,000 tickets snapped up in hours. That's massive. Credit where it's due. Their fans are showing up big time for this one. They took a bit of a gamble too. The club agreed to underwrite the whole allocation, meaning they'd be on the hook financially if the tickets didn't sell. But the support came through. Absolutely brilliant. The final's shaping up to have a real proper atmosphere. It'll feel like a proper 50-50 split inside Hampden. Even if technically Celtic will have the bigger numbers, we'll have the full top tier of the South Stand most likely. But just seeing that red wave of Aberdeen supporters filling up their half of the ground, that's what Cup finals should be about. It's not just about the team on the pitch, it's about the spectacle, the occasion, the noise. And I know there'll be Celtic fans gutted. They couldn't get tickets, especially those who go every week. But that's just part and parcel of supporting a massive club. Demand's always going to outstrip supply. You can't please everyone, unfortunately. But from a neutral point of view, having 2 sets of fans properly represented, that's special. That's what makes these games unforgettable. Still no word from Celtic about ticket sales on our end, by the way. Not that there's any doubt we'll sell out. Probably get around 25,000 in total. The usual process. Everything digital again through the Hampden app. If you love that experience for the semi-final, well, you've got it all to look forward to again. Now, before we wrap up, for today, there's a couple more wee stories I want to touch on. Just quick ones, but worth mentioning. First up, John McGlynn. Now there's a man who's had a cracking season. He's just been named PFA Scotland's Manager of the Year after guiding Falkirk back to the Premiership. Huge achievement for him and the club. But what caught the eye was that he received a message of congratulations from Brendan Rodgers himself. That's a classy touch. McGlynn worked under Brendan at Celtic in the past, so there's that relationship there, but still, says a lot that Rodgers took the time to reach out. McGlynn said he was buzzing with all the messages he got. Over 300 apparently, but Brendan's meant a lot. Shows the respect's still there. And McGlynn also spoke about when Falkirk came to play us earlier this season in the Scottish Cup. Said the compliments they got from the Celtic staff, Rodgers himself, and even the fans really meant something. It wasn't just about showing up and parking the bus. They tried to play football, tried to go toe-to-toe and did a decent job of it too. If memory serves, they might have even taken the lead at one point. Proper cup tie, that one. And looking ahead, McGlynn's hoping that when Falkirk play us next season, whether it's at Celtic Park or the Falkirk Stadium, they'll stick with that same expansive style, that same belief. And to be fair, that's what the Premiership needs. We don't want teams turning up just trying to survive. We want them to have a go, to believe they can play, that they belong. Makes for better games, better entertainment, and keeps everyone honest. Finally, just a wee personal story involving Daizen Maeda. And it's the kind of thing that gives you even more respect for the guy. He's decided to stay in Scotland for the remainder of the season, even though his 3rd child is due to be born back in Japan. That's not an easy choice for anyone, let alone a professional footballer juggling time zones, matches, and family. He flew out to Japan recently hoping to be there for the birth, but the wee one hasn't arrived yet, so he had to come back. Time difference, travel fatigue, it all adds up, and yet he was straight back in the team playing against Rangers. That's commitment, That's professionalism. You can tell Brendan Rodgers trusts him, and Maeda's grateful for that. Spoke about how tough it was going back and forth, but how important it was to be there for the team. I mean, Japan's not exactly around the corner, is it? We're talking 14, 15, maybe even 16 hours on a plane. First class or not, that's brutal, but he did it. And now he's staying here to see the season through. Says a lot about the kind of character he is. The type of player you want in your squad. Hopefully everything goes well for his wife and the baby finally decides to arrive. Though clearly they're taking their time. Right then, that's the lot for today. Still a lot going on as we head into the final stretch of the season. The league title's basically in the bag. Let's be honest, we've not really been under proper pressure all year. But there are still 3 games to go, and of course that massive cup final to close it all out. Could be another treble. On the cards, what a way that'd be to sign off the campaign. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. In a move that has taken many by surprise, Celtic have announced the signing of Belgian winger Michel-Ange Balikwisha, adding a burst of attacking flair to their squad ahead of a crucial stretch in the Scottish Premiership. The 23-year-old, formerly of Royal Antwerp, arrives in Glasgow with a growing reputation as one of Belgium's brightest attacking prospects. Balikwisha's arrival marks a significant statement of intent from the Hoops, who have been actively seeking to bolster their wide options. Known for his pace, dribbling skill, and ability to cut inside from the flanks, the winger has been instrumental in Antwerp's recent successes, including their domestic title win and their impressive showings in European competition. The signing comes amid growing pressure on the Celtic board to keep pace with domestic rivals and improve their chances in continental tournaments. With his explosive style and eye for goal, Balikwisha could provide the creative spark Celtic have been missing in tight matches this season. While terms of the deal have not been officially disclosed, sources suggest Celtic had to fend off interest from several clubs across Europe to land a highly rated winger. His decision to choose Celtic has been seen by some as a testament to the club's stature and the allure of playing at a packed Celtic Park under the lights. The move is also seen as a potential boost to Celtic's ambitions in Europe, where dynamic players like Balikwisha can change the course of tight knockout ties. His experience in UEFA competitions with Antwerp gives him a valuable edge, and fans will be eager to see how he adapts to the Scottish game. Celtic manager Brendan Rodgers expressed his delight at the acquisition, noting Balikwisha's technical ability, maturity, and hunger to improve. Michel-Ange brings real quality to our team. He's a player who can make a difference, and we're excited to help him develop further in our system, said Rodgers. Balikwisha will now join his new teammates at Lennoxtown as he prepares to make his debut in green and white. If his past performances are any indication, Celtic supporters may have plenty to look forward to as their new signing takes to the pitch in pursuit of silverware. Hello, fan! Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.